can you believe that back in the day people were scared of us? Weebs.
That's the one thing I really hate about the current anime culture was that even like a few years back when I was in high school, just like having any anime merch was rare, or having like any licensed anime merch was rare, and we would get picked on. Now it's fucking it's common. It's so fucking common, and I hate it.
I feel like ever since COVID happened, what the fuck is the jellyfish?
Oh, you just noticed?
Yeah, is that a gun?
Yeah.
A jellyfish with the Glock. Did you paint that?
Yeah.
I can tell. I can tell the difference between your painting and is that Daisy's.
Yeah.
I can tell the difference.
It's because it was like, I think last year in October. No, I think it was like 2 years in October. 2 years ago. Me and our cousins just like sat down for one painting session, like real quick. And I was like, I don't know what the fuck to paint. And I was like, I have that in my camera roll. I'm gonna just paint that.
Bet.
It was really fun.
Yeah. Oh wait, my bad. I feel like ever since COVID happened, a lot of people had free time, so they decided to just watch anime. Because as soon as like conventions started coming up again, there was like an influx of more people.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it just freaking sucks because, like I would just get like not exactly made fun of, but like
teased.
Yeah, teased because of the anime stuff. I don't think I was like a cringy kid that would like Naruto run. Like I wasn't one of those. I wasn't one of those kids.
I wasn't that, but I think if I had watched even more, I probably would have been. I would have sunk so low.
I probably would have just been looking at you like I'm not like him.
I told myself I already told like the story on my YouTube channel because it was a 200 sub thing. But I had when I was in high school, I told myself like I haven't reached full degeneracy into weebness until like until I bought myself a body pillow. That was until Daisy bought me a Levi body pillow for my birthday.
Yeah.
And I opened it in front of my whole family. It was so fucking embarrassing. You know how hard it is to try to explain that to my grandma who doesn't speak a lick of English?
Oh my god. I bet.
Yeah.
And
it was worse because I'm like, okay, like it's small, I can probably hide it somewhere, it's fine. And then Marky buys me one.
Oh shit.
So I'm like, well now
Who's
I can't.
That?
Huh?
Who's
Lucy.
That? Oh, it's Lucy.
But now I can't go back.
Oh,
I didn't even buy it.
If it makes you feel better, I have a body pillow too. And it's from Hatsuharu from Fruits Basket.
No, but the thing is that really helped me with like my back injury.
So, oh yeah, for sure. It helps a lot.
Yeah.
But the thing is that like I hope people don't think anything is weird because Hatsuharu is like a minor. But the thing is that I got this body pillow before I turned 18. And then cause like I've been working since like high school, it's been growing. That's like one of the biggest purchases I made. But it's cool though because it's not like a sexy one. It's literally just him standing with like a hand on his hip. But then when you flip it over, it says like Fruits Basket and it has like the little cows. So it's really cute. So yeah, like.
Hi everybody, welcome to the podcast.
Oh yeah, huh?
We're gonna do a proper introduction this time. I am Michael, aka Mr. Butternubs, Mr. Butternubs, Butternub, whatever you want to call me.
Sir Butter.
Sir Butter. I've been called Butter Tits by a friend in Malaysia.
Butter Tits?
Butter Tits.
Oh my god.
That was horrible.
I'm gonna call you Butter Tits from now on. Besides Michigan?
Oh yeah, I've been called Michigan. I have a family nickname that I probably won't say on here for a while.
Yeah, so Butter Tits. How do you do? My name's Ray. Ray the Gay.
My co-host Butter Tits. What's up, everybody?
Yeah, I'm Ray the Gay, and this is Mr. Butter Tits. Welcome to our podcast, where we talk about
true crime, if that's your cup of tea, or supernatural stuff, if that's your cup of coffee.
Yeah, and this one's kind of gonna get heavy. So I'm gonna be doing the true crime story this time. On the last episode, Michael and I shared that we're gonna be taking turns between true crime and paranormal. So today's my day to do true crime. We literally just finished filming the second one.
Yeah, for any I guess people who are watching, like, I guess the second week afterwards, that it's gonna seem like a big pause in between, but we just finished recording episode 2 like a few minutes ago.
Yeah.
And immediately on episode 3 right now.
Well, at least I got ice cream out of it, so.
You want another one? Because I know those things go by, like, fast.
Nah, I'm okay.
Okay.
This time, hold up. This time we are drinking caffeine compared to the first episode.
No, I was drinking caffeine. I offered you, but you...
You did not even offer me. You did not offer me
halfway into it.
No,
and then you said I would just sit here in silence.
No, you just said, "Do you wanna try it?" And I was like, "Okay, I'll take a waterfall." And then like you did not offer me, except for G Fuel. You're like the Jehovah's Witness of G Fuel.
Because it's so okay. First, look at that cup. All right, that cup is amazing. That's from G Fuel. Okay.
That Sasuke one.
Yeah.
It's pretty fine. I kind of want it.
It's a steel cup.
Nice. I don't know what that is.
Like a fucking hydro flask.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's dope. I really like it.
Yeah.
Sasuke's pretty hot. He was one of my crushes when I was younger.
He is a terrible father.
Oh, he is, for sure. That's why he only has one arm. Like a loser.
What do you mean? Yeah.
What he is a loser. Honestly, I think Sasuke's like one of the worst characters in Naruto. He literally is like a fucking terrorist, but he's just living life.
To be fair, I have not watched Naruto at all. It is on my list. I do plan on watching it, but it's...
It has a lot of fillers, for sure. That's why a lot of people are turned off about it. But it was one of the first animes I've ever seen, so I love it. I'm kind of biased towards Naruto. But yeah. So I'm gonna go first, and it's kind of a tough one. I'm gonna be talking about the Otaku murder.
Oh my god! Just as we were talking about anime.
Yeah, that's why I mentioned it. Well, technically, like, it kind of does involve anime, but it kind of doesn't at the same time. So, just a trigger warning for the people listening. This is going to be heavy. It's going to have pedophilia, necrophilia,
Jesus,
cannibalism,
dude,
mutilation, and dismemberments. Is that how you say it? I don't know. So, onward with the story. Tsutomu Miyazaki is a Japanese serial killer that was active from 1988 to 1989. I can't read. He was originally named the Little Girl Killer, but it ended up being changed to the Otaku Killer.
That is still a terrible fucking name.
Yeah.
God damn.
Yeah. Okay. I'll explain it later why he was changed to the Otaku Killer. So I'm basically going to talk about the backstory of this guy. I feel like it kind of explains why he is the way he is. Mm-hmm. But at the same time, at the end of the day, you just don't kill people. You know?
Just don't do it.
Yeah, just please don't do it. Go to therapy.
If you do.
But at the same time, this was like the 60s.
You said 80s, no?
No, but that was when he was killing.
Oh.
What? So, okay. Hold up. So he was born prematurely on August 21st, 1962.
Okay.
So, he has the same birthday as my mom. She's literally born August 21st.
I'm not saying that I haven't seen them in the same room before, but... Yeah,
no. Like, I was literally talking to my mom about this, and I was like, yeah, you'd be one of his victims for sure.
That's a terrible thing to say to somebody.
And then she's all like, what the hell? Maybe she'd be a little bit older, I guess. I don't know. So he suffered from a deformity where the joints in his hands were fused together and he couldn't bend his wrist upwards. So I have a picture of his hands.
Oh, wait. Of his actual hands?
Like his hands.
His actual fucking hands.
Yeah. And then, like, the older the more he grew, the uglier his hands got. So these are his hands.
Oh, fucking hell. That is disgusting. They're like little chicken feet. They look like chicken feet.
It's like...
that is gross
so,
as shit.
like, literally, like, if he wanted to move his hands, he kind of had to move, like, his whole arms. Yeah. And he literally could not bend them up like this.
Oh, dude.
So, like...
Oh, my God. That's horrible.
Yeah, so that sucks. But, so he was the eldest son of a wealthy family, and he was raised by a nanny and his grandfather. He was quiet, and he kept to himself, and he rarely participated in social events. And he always hid his hands in photographs because he was embarrassed. So he wasn't social, and even though he wasn't social, he was a star student, and he was usually at the top of his class. So that's cool because like his parents were like very strict on him.
Mm.
And his father was a newspaper owner and had planned for his son to take over when he was older. But Miyazaki wanted nothing to do with it, and instead he spent his evenings alone with homemade comic books.
So he made his own comics?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So he sadly began getting bullied for his deformities and was the laughingstock during his school years. So to fill the void of being alone, he turned to manga and anime.
As one does.
Yeah. Sadly, I can relate to that. Like, about, like, getting bullied, so you would just go towards, like, anime and stuff like that.
Everyone has their different coping mechanisms. And
yeah.
Yeah.
And by high school, he became, like, the black sheep, basically. Like, even his parents were not, like, interested in him at all. And he had 2 younger sisters, Setsuko and Haruko. And they referred to Miyazaki as disgusting and repulsive.
Damn, man.
So,
his own family. That's so sad.
And it caused him to isolate himself more from, like, reality.
Okay.
So, the only family member that was there for him, per se, was his grandfather, Shokichi. And he had goals of becoming a teacher, but because his grades started plummeting because of, like, the bullying, he couldn't go to, like, Meiji University, which, because I'm assuming, because, like, Japanese schooling is, like, completely different from, like, our schooling in a way, I guess. So, basically, like, I guess it was kind of like a high school combined with, like, a college. So, everybody that would go to this high school would graduate, and then they would mainly migrate to this specific university, because it was kind of, like, connected in a way. But because his grades kept plummeting, he didn't go there. And he ended up going to a local junior college instead, and he studied to be a photo technician. So he was convinced that his parents only worried about his material and financial success. So he didn't talk to his parents about, like, anything and what he was feeling. Because, like, they didn't raise him anyways, so...
As every weeb does, yeah.
Yeah. And then this is where it starts to get weird.
As if his hands weren't already weird enough. I'm already contributing to his bullying. Fuck.
Oh boy. Okay. So during this time, his sexual urges began to develop, and this caused his behavior to be erratic. So, so basically, like, he's no longer in high school anymore. So he shied away from women his own age, due to the lack of confidence with the opposite sex. And because he hasn't, like, had any significant, like, relationships during his teenage years, so he was, like, very, like, reserved, I guess. Like, well, he wasn't, like, wouldn't talk to them at all. So all he knew about sex came from anime, manga, and horror movies.
Horror movies?
Yeah.
That is the worst place to take any sort of inspiration from.
Yeah.
Do you know which movies, or?
Well, no. I mean, I'm pretty sure they were just, like...
Just regular?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But it's really weird. And because of this, he had a highly distorted perception of sexual relationships.
Which makes sense.
Yeah. So he had begun taking pictures of, like, you know, like, the female athletes in his college. But he was taking pictures of their crotches while they played sports. Specifically, like, the tennis players. Okay. Because you know how, like, they would, like, they bend forward and everything? So, in the evenings, he would spend it by reading more manga, porn, and binging violent movies to appease his sexual appetite. So I think just the horror aspect, even if the horror wasn't, like, sexually related, I guess the horror, like, got him off in a way.
Okay. So he started to just...
Yeah.
Okay.
So, I'm assuming... I wonder if, like, the type of porn he was watching is, like, horror porn. Because I know horror porn is a thing.
Because some of that also just, like, involves gore.
Yeah.
And, like, I think
yeah, for sure.
Yeah, so as he started, I guess, getting off of that, so it makes sense that his... This whole perception on relationships started to get weirder and weirder.
Yeah. Sadly, this is not enough for Miyazaki, and the porn he watched no longer excited him, and he moved on to something more taboo. Child porn. Yeah. I don't know why I said it like that. Like, if it was, like, a great thing. Like, I swear to God, it's not. I even put, like, a little sad face next to it. Like, child porn.
Yeah,
I put a sad face. So he deeply enjoyed that type of material because legal Japanese porn like blacked out the most important parts. Mm-hmm. And this was also the time when he was contemplating suicide. So like he was going through a lot of stuff, I guess. Still no excuse to watch child porn. And he eventually graduated college in 1983 at the age of 21. And then he moved back into his family's home. And in May 1988, Miyazaki's grandpa died. And he was like the only person that ever showed him affection. So it like fucked him up really bad. He began like spiraling into madness. And that was the only bond he had like in the real world. So now he kind of really felt isolated. Because, like, his parents didn't talk to him. Sisters, they found him repulsive.
Like, the only person to ever show kindness and compassion is now gone.
Yeah.
No one else there to, I guess, replace that.
Oh, yeah, this one's weird. Prepare yourself.
Okay.
He even ate some of his grandfather's cremated remains out of desperation to keep him alive.
Okay, I wasn't expecting that. I thought you were going to say some shit like... Well, you know what?
Yeah.
No, I was expecting something with the grandpa, like maybe eat his flesh, because you talked about cannibalism already from the start.
Yeah.
I wasn't expecting like the ashes, like fucking putting it in milk and making it like a Nesquik.
Oh my god, no. So he ate his ashes to try to keep him alive. Yeah. And his family noticed a complete change in him, and then he ended up becoming very violent. And his sister caught him peeking at her in the bathroom. Ugh. And when she caught him, he basically tried attacking her. So then when the mother was questioning him, like, what the fuck? Like, why are you doing that? What were you doing? Mm-hmm. He attacked her, too.
Jesus.
Yeah. On August 22nd, 1988, a day after his birthday, Miyazaki spotted 4-year-old Mari Kono outside her home in Iruma Village, Saitama. So... he pulled up beside her in his car, and he lured her inside and sped away towards western Tokyo. And they eventually wound up on a dirt track leading to a foresty area, like, beside the Shintama power station. I saw, like, a small, like... there's, like, a YouTuber that lives in Japan, and she was, like, kind of, like, covering it. So she was, like, going to the spots that the murders were found, where he was found, everything. So I was able to see what it looked like. So he leads Mari to the woods, and they sit down and they talk for 30 minutes. And then, like, she starts crying after realizing that, like, this guy's freaking weird. She's lost. She doesn't know what to do. And then Miyazaki begins to strangle her. So, she falls limp onto the ground, so she's dead, and he undresses her, and he rapes her dead body, and then hides her corpse. Yeah, this is horrible. He takes her clothes, and then he returns to the car, and a citywide search ensues for Mari after her disappearance, but nothing came of it. So parents all over the Saitama prefecture are worried that their little girls might be next, and Miyazaki sent a postcard to the home of Mari's parents to torment them. So the note said there are devils about. Like, this guy's just fucked up, like, sending notes. Yeah. He was getting off on, like, sending notes, too. So, 6 weeks later, he finds his next victim on October 3rd, 1988. Her name is, Masami Yoshizawa, and she's 7. So, Mari, she is, how old was she? Let me look. 4-year-old. She was 4. So, his next victim is now, 7. Yeah. So he killed between the little girls between the ages of 4 and 7.
He's just a sick individual.
Yeah. Okay. And I feel like the only reason as to why he targeted little girls is because he shied away from women his own age. Mm-hmm. So I feel like women would be able to fight back, and then just the innocence of little girls, they really couldn't fight back even if they wanted to. That's what I think. So he did the exact same thing that he did with Mari. He lured her into his car, and he drove to the woods and strangled her until she died. So he removed her clothing and sexually assaulted her as well. And he disposed of her corpse within a few hundred yards of Mari's decomposing body. And once again, she was reported missing, but search efforts led nowhere. So, on December 12th, 1988, he spotted 4-year-old Erika Namba leaving a friend's house in Kawago, Tokyo. So, he again lured the young girl into his car and drove to a nearby parking lot, but unlike the other girl, she began crying uncontrollably, which caused him to freak out. So, he quickly demanded that she undress, and he took pictures of her naked, and then he strangled her in his back seat. He wrapped her body in a plastic sheet and disposed of her in the nearby woods. So I don't think he sexually assaulted her. Mm-hmm. So the next day, her body was found by police, and that's the first body that they found. That they find. Yeah.
Fuck. So they didn't even.
Yeah. So the next day, her body was found by police, and her murder was quickly linked to the missing cases of the 2 previous victims, Mari and Masami.
I know it's gonna be like. It's not a fucking thing, but how scary it must be for those little girls to, I mean, what they went through, obviously. It's horrific.
I mean, even the parents, too, because, I mean, if you see, like, TikToks about, like, how it is, like, they wear, like, the cute little yellow hats and everything, and, like, they go to school by themselves. Like, they literally take the train by themselves, and they go everywhere. And then you're just like, what the fuck?
But I was gonna say, like, how scary it is to... With those hands, especially, like
I'm sorry, no.
It almost,
I feel like that's his only MO because I don't even think he can grip a knife, even if he wanted to.
No, I don't think so. But it's almost like
he's disgusting.
I feel like if you were to see it like in the night, it would look demonic in a weird way.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, so I think like it.
So his hands look very disgusting.
Almost like salad fingers. That whatever that. Do you know that weird video?
The what?
It's like a weird video on YouTube, I think, called Salad Fingers, where it's like...
Salad fingers?
Yeah. Like this green, hunchback-looking character has like really long fingers. Like almost, I think, like they look rusty. And it just kind of reminds me of what that is. I'll probably show you like after you're finished.
Yeah. Okay. So I don't know, when I look at his fingers I just think of Gojo, which is weird.
Like
holy
that.
Crap.
Yeah, they're just as long as that. Yeah. But
I just think of Gojo from Jujutsu Kaisen because supposedly his fingers are like 6 inches, and I'm like, that guy's fingers probably 6 inches. Like, that's weird.
Don't bring my man Gojo into this.
So anyways, going back to this case. So they believe that there was a serial killer on the loose because now, like, the 3 girls went missing, and then now one of them, the latest one, the third one, her body's found. So the other 2, Mari and Masami, they haven't been found yet. So so Miyazaki entered a cooling phase after Erika's murder, and so, like, he stopped killing, but he would continue to torment the families. And usually serial killers do have a cooling phase, like, it's really normal for them too. So the way that he would torture them was, basically, after Erika's body was found, her parents received a postcard written in kanji that said, Erika, cold, cough, throat, rest, and death.
That's horrible.
Yeah. Yeah, straight up. So, Miyazaki then returned to where Mari was at, and he removed, her body parts and some baby teeth.
Ugh.
Yeah. So, on February 6th, the father of Mari discovered a box on his doorstep. It was charred remains, baby teeth, photographs of her clothes, and another message that said, Mari, bones, cremated, investigate, prove.
So he took it and then he burned it.
Yeah.
That's...
So,
Jesus.
I also found somewhere that there was powder in the box, and he had grinded her teeth into powder. So, he also kept her hands and feet as trophies.
This dude's so sick.
Yeah, and that had been... And remember how Mari was the first victim? Mm-hmm. So, it had been 6 months, and he had already killed 3 girls. So, it had been 6 months since she had been missing. So, her parents, obviously, they're sad that, that she's not alive. But they were finally happy that they were able to get closure. And they were finally able to hold a funeral for her, even though she didn't have hands and feet. So, Miyazaki began calling the families, but stayed silent on the line to terrorize them even more. So if no one answered, he would keep on ringing the phone for like 20 minutes and then he would give up. And on June 6, 1989, in a park in Ariake, Tokyo, Miyazaki spotted 5-year-old Ayako Nomoto. So he went up to her and asked to take pictures and she agreed. So after snapping some photographs, he coerced her into his car to take more pictures of her. And like, I have a feeling you might crack a joke about this.
What? Oh, hold on.
Because it involves his hands. I'm sorry, but when they were inside the car, Ayako commented on his deformed hands and in a fit of rage, he strangled her.
Jesus. You know what?
To death.
I mean, obviously to death.
Yeah.
But, I will give that little girl credit. Because
I don't know why, like, I could just imagine, what's wrong with your hands? And then he's just like, fuck up you.
Hands, sir. And just,
yeah.
I feel like if I were to die to a killer, I feel
like I'll just clown them.
I think clowning them would just... I mean, obviously it would anger them, but I feel like in reality I would get the last laugh on that one.
Yeah.
Because, yeah, you killed me, but my words will forever ring in your head. Like, yeah, man, you got fucked up feet, your left toe's crooked, like, whatever.
Oh, boy. So, he strangled her to death, and... That's not funny.
No, I mean, like, it's because, like, we went from, like, that little joke.
And then she died.
You just immediately jump back, like, yeah, so she died. I'm so sorry. It's the way I cope.
Hold up. I just need to take a breather because I feel like I'm going to laugh, but I shouldn't because this next part's really fucked up.
Oh, see, now you're going to make me laugh.
No, please don't laugh. I feel like, no, I'm not laughing because of what I'm reading. I'm just laughing because we just can't get over how ugly his hands are.
Yeah, they are very,
Are
very
we contributing to the bullying? Yes.
Just a little bit. I mean...
But he's long gone now. He's dead, so I don't give a fuck. He's a disgusting man.
Yeah.
But if it was before, and if he was innocent, like, yeah, it's fucked up. But now he's just like a monster, so I don't give a fuck.
Mm-hmm.
So instead of taking her to the woods, he took her corpse home, and inside he stripped her and took pictures of her. And she was already dead by this point. Okay. So, and he began to pleasure himself, and he would record himself, like, pleasuring himself, and then, like, her corpse was there.
So, you're probably going to answer it later, but so I'm guessing the police got that evidence of the recording, huh?
Yes.
Fuck.
Yeah. And after 2 days, the stench of death was overwhelming, and he knew he needed to dispose of her remains somewhere else. So he dismembered Ayako's corpse and cut her hands and feet and head so that police wouldn't be able to identify her. And he hid her torso in a nearby cemetery before cooking and eating her hands in the back garden.
Well, I guess there's the cannibalism.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, the rest of her body parts were disposed of in the Mitakeyama Hills near his home. 5 days after her murder, her torso was found in the cemetery, and they automatically connected it with the little girl killer, which was Miyazaki's, like, nickname at the time. He wasn't the Otaku murderer yet. Yeah. So, that would end up being his last murder, thank God.
So then, where the fuck does he get... You're gonna probably answer that. Never mind. Continue.
Yeah. It's what? Shoot.
What?
Shoot. Go on.
No, like you're gonna answer it soon. I feel like you're gonna answer it soon.
All right. So, on July 23rd, 1989, Miyazaki spotted 2 young sisters playing in a park in Hachioji, Greater Tokyo. He approached them and tried to lure the younger one away to a nearby river, but the older sister ran and told her father about the strange man. So the father rushed to the scene and found Miyazaki was with his daughter, both naked beside the river. And look, okay, this is even more disgusting. Miyazaki had a zoom lens of a camera inserted between her legs.
Oh.
And in a fit of panic, he fled the scene completely naked.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, like, I really, really wanted the father to, like, beat the shit out of him.
I mean,
but at that time, like, he didn't know that was, like, the killer in a way. He just knew that he's disgusting. Mm-hmm. But I don't know. I think the father chose more to comfort his daughter over... Because I couldn't find anything else about it. The names of the victims, of these 2 victims, haven't been released because they're not dead, you know? Yeah. They're still alive now, I'm pretty sure.
Mm. I mean, it was probably better that the father went to comfort the daughter instead of,
Yeah.
Showing some other ugly sight.
Yeah. So I feel like it makes sense as to why the father didn't go after. But I think if it was me, I would probably go after that guy and beat the crap out of him. So then the father called the police and they arrived waiting for Miyazaki. And sure enough, like a dumbass, he returned to go pick up his car.
Really?
Because he had left it there, yeah. So I think he thought he could like stroll back, pick up his car and leave.
What a dumbass.
Yeah. I wonder if he took his clothes with him when he ran naked and then like put it back on, or was he just walking naked back to his car? That's what I wonder. Okay. And since the police were there, he was immediately apprehended, and they just thought he was like a sex offender for like forcing a minor.
Also, then like, he probably returned naked then.
Maybe, but for like forcing a minor to commit indecent acts. But lo and behold, they had caught the little girl killer. They had a feeling that he was connected to the murders, so they went to his apartment, and they were correct. Do you just want to guesstimate how many footage was found? Videotapes?
I know when it comes to cases that involve pedophiles, they tend to have an absurd amount of photos and videos. Mm-hmm. So I'm going to guess maybe like well over 500 photos. Maybe like more?
Fucking more, bro.
How much?
6,000 videotapes of violent movies, illegal pornography, hentai, anime, and amateur footage of his victims.
Yeah. That is way more worse than what I thought. Okay.
Yeah.
I knew, like, you know, the worst part about it is that I'm gonna have to bring it up, even though we're gonna go eat there later on. Jared from Subway.
Oh, what the? Stop! No! It's because, okay, context, we're gonna eat Subway after this. And then the guy from Subway, like the spokesperson, he's like, he had a whole bunch of child pornography and stuff like that.
But I think when they raided his computers, I think they had to create like a new measurement of like storage.
Yeah.
So I think they called it a petabyte, which is PETA.
Wow, like PETA. Save the animals.
Yeah, I guess so. But I mean,
but this guy was like old school. He had like videotape, like
actual
videotapes. Yeah, because this was like the 80s. Yeah, I'm pretty sure like computers were barely being made. And
still horrible, but
still horrible. So so he had 6,000 videotapes basically, and after an intense interrogation. Okay, so basically like I'm just gonna like go back so far of what we have. So he killed 4 people, right? Mm-hmm. The first one was Mari. The second one was I forgot her name, but she's a 7-year-old. Mm-hmm. Hold up.
No, it's you know.
So they both died, and then the third one died, and her body was found like the next day, right? So the only one they found her body, and then they found the body of the first girl too, because he shipped it out to her parents. And then for the last one, they found her body too, I believe. Let me see. Yeah, they did. So, so basically, after an intense interrogation, he confessed to the murders of the 4 little girls, and eventually, like, revealed the locations of their bodies. So the case was widely publicized in Japan, and it shocked his parents so much because they were not thinking that it was him at all.
I mean, I feel like they don't have the right to say, oh, that's kind of the one thing I feel like all parents are like, oh, I know my kid. No. It's the fact that it kind of goes with anybody, where if you ever see like murder cases or like kidnappings or whatever, like neighbors or people who are related to that person who commit like murders or terrible actions, they'll go, I never would have thought, like I never could have thought he would have a single harmful bone in his body. Oh yeah, for sure. But I'm like, people are capable of doing a lot of crazy stuff. So I think anybody is capable of doing, given the like pushing them far enough, anybody can do anything. Yeah, for sure. But I hate when people say like, I could have never seen it coming. Yeah. I know. I just hate when people say that. Yeah. I don't think they didn't see it coming. I just feel like they were just shocked. Like, we knew that he was weird, but we didn't think he was, like,
that crazy to like kill. And sexually assault them.
Yeah.
What's it called? So and the thing, like, even though like it's bad or whatever, like I'm just at least grateful they weren't alive when that was happening. You know?
Yeah.
So during his trial, he made wild claims and he blamed the actions on the Rat Man.
The Rat.
And yeah, the Rat Man was a fictional villain in his home-drawn like comics and shit like that.
Oh my god.
Yeah. So he was pretty crazy. So he did have personality disorders, but like it wasn't enough to keep him like unpunished, basically, because like, okay, yeah, he's crazy, but he's not crazy enough where he doesn't know right from wrong.
Yeah.
Or whatever. So that case was just like, you know, thrown out the window.
Mm-hmm.
So he was found guilty and he was sentenced to death by hanging.
Damn.
By the Tokyo High Court. I should check to see if hanging is still a death sentence in Japan to this day.
I don't think.
I'm pretty sure it is.
I think maybe more like lethal injection. I feel like.
No, I think because you'd be surprised what year they hung him.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Okay, so his killings had caused moral panic against otakus, with the speculation that anime and horror movies made him a murderer. So then that's when they changed him to the Otaku Killer.
So basically, like
he killed because of it's kind of like over here.
The U.S. equivalent of like video games and movies cause violence. Okay.
Yeah. So that's why they changed his name from the little girl killer to the Otaku Killer, because they believe that like that's the reason as to why he began killing. So on June 17th, 3 days after my 7th birthday, he took his final breath.
Really? You're just gonna throw that in there, huh?
Yeah. I think that's the coolest birthday present I could have gotten. Yeah.
Okay.
And I was 7 at the time. Yeah.
Wow. You know, and the gifts that we give you for your birthday don't mean shit, huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
So he was hung in 2008.
Really?
Yeah.
Holy
I literally just read it to you. June 17th, 2008. They hung him.
Oh.
That's why I said, like, I wonder if it still is. And they were like, no, maybe Lethal. Just like, no. Like, you can tell, like, 2008.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
So his horrendous crimes had caused his father to close his business, and he committed suicide because of how ashamed he was of his son's actions, and his family went into hiding. And to this day, like...
No one knows where they are?
Yeah.
Damn.
Nobody. Nothing. So,
probably for the best.
Yeah, so their home was also destroyed out of respect for the victims. And then, like, that YouTuber that I was talking to you about, she even went, like, there. But even that place is, like, taboo because it's just, like, a plot. Like, the whole building was destroyed, so there's, like, nothing there. Like,
so
nothing
it's just
abandoned.
like an empty pile of...
Yeah, it's just, like, an abandoned, like, just area. And then, like, she's all, like, if you go over here, like, the neighbors or whatever, like, they just give you, like, ugly looks. Like, what the fuck are you doing here? Yeah. She was basically, like, she was explaining that.
Okay.
So, Miyazaki remains a figure of repulsion in Japan till this day. And basically, like, when he was getting, like, sentenced and when he was getting hung, a whole bunch of, like, manga artists, like, made comic, like, one-shots about his death or whatever, which is kind of like a cruel legacy. Basically, like, fuck this guy and, like, you know what I mean?
I
like, clowning his ass, basically, in a way.
I guess it still adds to the bullying at the end. Even...
Yeah, I guess, yeah. And then the website I was reading, it says it's like a grime legacy. Like, it's a fitting, like, end to his, like, bizarre story. Because, like, he loved comics and he loved mangas, and then when he's dead, you know, they made comics and mangas about his death and how much they hate him.
Yeah, I guess it's a good full circle.
Yeah.
To end it on. And
then, like, I just picked the name because I thought it was cool. And then I started reading it and I was like, yeah, this guy's fucked up.
Yeah.
I was thinking about making this the first episode and I was like, no. This is bad.
But I mean, it would have made a great first episode, something that heavy hitting.
No, but MH370 was pretty funny too.
It was.
Oh, no, it was really good.
Yeah, illegal butt stuff. You cannot fuck with.
Yeah. So this guy's a piece of shit. He's disgusting. He's dead. You want to see a picture of him?
Sure. I already saw his hands. Why not? Does he look normal at least?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Otaku murder. Yeah, he just looks like a normal guy. He has glasses. Yeah, he's not wearing them in the mugshot.
Just look normal.
Yeah.
Man, but 2008, that is... Damn.
Yeah. And then those are the pictures of, like, the victims.
Oh, man, they're so young.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, they're... Yeah, that's why I think that he picked the little girls, because he just couldn't with, like, women his age.
They wouldn't fight back, obviously.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that's disgusting. Alright, so that is the story of the Otaku killer / murderer.
When I see that guy in the gates of hell, it's on site.
Yeah.
It's on site.
Yeah. Yeah, he's horrible.
If you thought some of my pronunciations for Selena and some of the stuff I said there were bad, wait until you hear the Uso de la Llorona. Because there are some Aztec words I have to throw in here, and then some German ones.
Hold up.
So I'm gonna...
Off topic. I'm looking for pictures of this guy. There's a fucking crossword puzzle.
No fucking way.
Yeah, look at this shit.
Oh my.
The Otaku murderer, and then like across criminal penalty, number 6, number of victims, and I'm like, why the fuck would they have this? Look at, there's even
a word search.
Oh my god.
Shit.
What the, and then they even have the name of the children. That's fucked up.
That is fucked up.
That is really fucked. Like, I get him and clowning his ass.
Yeah.
Don't bring the kids into it. Yeah. And then right under it, it has My Neighbor's Totoro.
Okay.
I'm sorry. I apologize for the interruption. I was just like, what the hell?
Though that word, the crossword is kind of funny.
Oh, look at this fan art. That's fucked up. That's sad.
Yeah, that is absolutely... Adding the drooling part right there, too, that's even worse.
Yeah. Okay, so basically there's like a fan art, and I'm assuming it's the killer, and he has glasses. So, like, in one of the, like, on his right eye, like, you can see his right eye, but on his left eye, it's just, like, the picture of a little girl, and he seems to be drooling. Which is a weird fan art. I mean, I wouldn't say that the fan art is weird. I mean, would I even call it fan art? No, it's not fan art. I don't think it's fan art.
No, I think it's more like...
They're just drawing that killer.
It gives me almost, like, a creepypasta kind of vibe.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
Like a Jeff the Killer kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I clicked on the website. Like, they're not... It's just a picture that they drew about him.
I feel like one of us is going to cover... It's like Jeff the Killer eventually, at some point.
You should do it.
Me?
Yeah, I'll be down. I literally don't know anything about him. I just read shit when I was, like, 12.
I just know the story. Well, like, the creepypasta story, and that's it.
You know what? Something that I really, really want to do? Like, you know that I like horror movies and everything?
Mm-hmm.
Did you know that Scream was inspired by, like an actual serial killer?
You know what? I wouldn't doubt it, but I didn't know
I wouldn't doubt it. Yeah, but, like, I did not know that. So I kind of want to go into, like...
Well, I mean, there are a lot...
in depth of, like... I mean, like, I understand, like, Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Like, it's inspired by, like, a real killer. Like, Killer Clowns from Outer Space.
I was going to say, The Strangers. But when that movie and its promotional ads started coming up when I was a kid, I was scared shitless out of my mind. Because I hated the thought and the premise of... Have you seen the movie, or like, you know what it's about? No. So, like, the story is just like, this couple are... I think the guy is gonna, like, propose to his girl. Mm-hmm. And there are, like, 3 strangers that show up. One of them, and this was based on, I think, on a true story. Mm-hmm. And of course, obviously, some of it's gonna be like taking its own creative liberties.
Yeah.
But I think the way from real story to movie is that somebody knocks on the front door and asks if someone's home, and if, like, the person's gonna say no, they're not here, and they go, oh, okay, just, I guess, to make sure. But I think that knock is a distraction for the other two strangers to come inside the house. Oh. And they basically just sort of torture and not manipulate. They just play mind games with the couple. Yeah. Basically, and I think towards the end of the film, they asked the strangers, like, you know, why are you doing this? Why did you invade the home? Torturing us, and I think they killed the husband. She's asking why, and they just go, because you were home. That's it. And
I don't know. It kind of reminds me of, like, the Night Stalker, how he would literally only go into homes that were like unlocked. If they were locked, he wouldn't go in there.
Yeah, but I think that story is based on a true event.
Yeah. Well, I'm pretty sure, like... Oh, hold up. Off topic.
It's on a topic, anyway.
Yeah, I mean, my bad. Speaking of this fucking killer, I was able to find, like, some things, like, on Villainpedia, and then, like, I guess there's one, like, of Criminal Minds, too, I'm assuming. I think it's, like, Criminal Minds, like, inspired, like, they do, like, actual, like, serial killers and, like, killers and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. Supposedly, he inspired 2 episodes of Criminal Minds. I guess there was 2 killers, and then like their MOs were like similar to his. I'm assuming like they got inspiration of this killer to like do these like those 2 episodes basically. Yeah. That's it. Yeah, it's bad.
Yeah, that dude is a horrible man.
Yeah.
Horrible man, horrible hands.
Yep.
Alright, so I know last episode you had covered somebody similar to La Llorona. So I thought it'd be a great idea to do La Llorona.
I was trying so hard not to mention, because I knew you were going to do La Llorona. Uh-huh. So I really tried so hard, like, oh, like, the next episode you're going to do. Like, no. But I'm excited to hear La Llorona. Believe it or not, I know the origins, but I'm excited to hear more.
I'm not going to lie. It was a little hard to gather proper information.
Yeah, because it's so vast.
It's so vast, and honestly, it was a little hard to pinpoint her origin. Mm-hmm. But the one thing it's gonna be short. I'm not gonna lie to you. Mm-hmm. This is gonna be short, and I wish I would have added first-hand accounts of people interacting with La Llorona.
You didn't do that?
I didn't do it.
Why?
It's because I just forgot completely, like entirely. What is I did fuck up there, I know, but man, you know, maybe like while I edit this, I'll probably just like I'll just insert it. I'll just insert it at the end.
Oh my god, dude,
it's gonna be horrible. All right, so
you gotta revisit this like in 100 episodes.
Oh fuck! If you even make it that far,
we will. Positive affirmations, weirdo.
So the legend and curse of La Llorona, or the Weeping Woman, or the Wailer.
The Wailer. Such a dumb name.
Or as Camila Acosta said it best, for many Mexican Americans, the anxiety origin for us.
Oh, for real?
Yeah. And I'm gonna re-say her name later on in the story. Mm-hmm. So just to cover the general story of La Llorona, it's mostly associated with children. A woman a long time ago killed her own 2 children when she was alive, and when she had died, she was denied the right to get into heaven. She was told that she must wander the earth and search for her 2 children, and only when she finds her 2 children, she can then rest. As she wanders the earth, it is said that you can hear her wail or cry, "Oh, my children, oh, my sons."
Hold up, but does she feel guilty, or is she just guilty because she can't rest until she...
I think she's guilty until that... She's guilty. She feels guilty because she can't rest. Mm-hmm. So I don't even think she feels bad about killing her kids.
Yeah, I doubt it.
Yeah.
Speaking of killing kids, have you heard that 911 call of like this lady? She's all like, the operators are like, 911, like, what's your emergency or whatever? She's all like, yeah, so like I killed my kid and one of them is still alive, so hurry up and get over here.
What the fuck?
Oh yeah, you've never heard about that?
No. What the fuck?
Are you serious?
Yes.
Okay, either I don't know if it's like super crazy. I might cover it, or if not, I'll just show you like the TikTok after this. Like, it's literally like real life call. Like, she's like, hurry up, like she's crying right now. Like, if you don't come here, like I'm just gonna finish her off. Where are you? And then like the operator's like, where are you? Like trying to keep her on the line and everything. She's like, just hurry the fuck up and like get over here. Like, not even. And then like she was just so smooth and natural. She's like, yeah, I killed my kids. Why would you do that? I was like, I just killed my kids.
What? How long ago was this?
Shoot, I don't know. I'll look for it and then I'll show you after. It's crazy. I don't know. It just reminds me of her, but she like no remorse.
I think we talked about last episode about spirits going after cheating men this would be an instance where I think we need a spirit for just terrible mothers.
I'm sorry, for real, yeah. Yeah, oh my god.
Lord. So some evidence from early colonial times depicts that the story has a pre-Hispanic origin. Mm-hmm. However, it's more commonly associated with the dynamic between the Spanish conquistadors and indigenous women. Mm-hmm. With the most common story of La Llorona being the indigenous woman drowning her 2 kids after she had a wealthy Spaniard. She had married a wealthy Spaniard that had abandoned her.
Are you for real?
Yeah.
'Cause I did not think of that she was, like, indigenous. Like, I don't know, 'cause I guess from what I heard is that, like, she wasn't, and he was kind of, like, she was really, really pretty, and, like, he just kind of, like, wanted her, and then now since he had her, like, he didn't want her anymore in a way. So then he would, like, cheat, but, like, supposedly he was, like, a cowboy or whatever.
But from what I had read, like, this wealthy Spaniard just basically, not, hit it and then left, but apparently had a relationship with her, with this indigenous woman, had the 2 kids, but then just left. Yeah. And then, of course, out of, like, rage, she just straight up killed her kids.
Did she kill him at least?
No, not that I could find. So the earliest documentation of La Llorona was tracked back into 1550 of Mexico City. Though people have theorized that her story is connected with the Aztec mythology story of Cicuatl. You know how hard it is to pronounce that shit?
Let me see. Not that I'm any better, but...
You notice that I said it with an S, but it is pronounced with an S, even though it starts with a C.
Cicuatl. Never mind.
Yeah, you have to add the at the end because of the TL.
Uh-huh.
It is difficult as shit.
At least spell it.
So, Chihuacoatl. That still does not help.
Yeah.
It still does not help.
Not at all.
The Aztec goddess deity of motherhood, which is a little ironic since that's... Oh, you know what? Actually, if I mention her again, I'm just going to call her Chi. Just because I can. So the story of La Llorona and she do share some similarities. Chi's nickname is the Hungry Woman. And she apparently consistently wails out in hunger, which can be compared to La Llorona's nocturnal wailing for her missing children.
Damn. Oh, off topic.
Mm-hmm.
La Sayona, she's also heard screaming in the forest like a banshee. You know what a banshee is, right?
Yeah, I was going to say, as I was doing these notes too, they were also comparing La Llorona to the banshee too.
Yeah.
So I feel like eventually one of us is going to cover the fucking banshee.
The banshee or like the woman in white.
Mm-hmm. I think we said it before we even started recording, like, episode 2.
Have you seen the movie La Llorona?
The one that came out recently?
Recently, like a couple years ago. I went to go see it in
theaters.
theaters.
It's like in the Conjuring universe and shit like that.
Kind of. And then hold up. It's a movie about, like, a Latin American legend, right?
Mm-hmm.
Predominantly Mexico, right? The only fucking Mexican that was in the movie was the father, who was a policeman, but he was dead. And then her kids were, like, mixed, like, Hispanic and, like, white. Like, the mother was white. And I'm like, what the hell? Like, the only, like, Mexican they had in here is, like, gone. And then, like, why? And then I'm pretty sure, I don't even know if they had a priest. I think they had, like, a Native American. Yeah, they had, like, a Native American kind of, like, doctor in a way. Kind of like that. Like, he was very spiritual or whatever. It's a weird movie. Is it good? I wouldn't call it good, but it was pretty interesting, not gonna lie.
If it's... Hold on, let me look it up.
We should watch it.
If it's the one I'm thinking about, then, yeah, it's the one that you watch.
There's another La Llorona movie?
There's a lot of them. There's a lot of shows, and...
I know shows, but...
Did she look like this in the movie?
Yeah.
Then, yeah, that's the one that's based in the Conjuring universe.
What is it called? The Curse of La Llorona?
Yeah. I will give them props, though. They did make her look scary. Like this part right here.
Oh yeah, for sure. I thought that was so beautiful, but so beautifully scary.
You know how paranoid I was writing these notes? Because when I went to one of the articles, I went to gather some of the notes. Mm-hmm. This picture, like the lady in the white dress by the pool, I'm over here typing on my computer, and I swear I keep like seeing something in the corner of my eye.
I hate when that happens.
It was like 3:00 in the morning. I'm like, this is the perfect witching hour. I'm like, fuck me.
Yeah. No. But like when I was doing my notes for La Sayona, like the thing is that like there was like a picture that just popped up that was like of her, I guess, like for more information, and it literally was like just like a woman like in white, and she had like black eyes, and she was just like crying and like screaming. And I was just like, what the hell? Like, imagine just, like, doing notes on your computer and it just pops up out of nowhere just like, oh, for more information, click here. And I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah, I hated it so much. Because I thought, I was like, if she just appears right now and just kills me, bro, I'm like, I'm fucked. But, I don't know. I guess it was just, like, the feeling of working late and then doing that.
Supposedly, somebody I know witnessed La Llorona and had a picture. I remember I saw the picture.
I think it might have been you, or I think it was like Daisy that sent me a TikTok of a guy who was hearing wailing, and then he took a picture on his... No, he was FaceTiming, I think, somebody on his phone. Mm-hmm. And if you took a screenshot of that FaceTime call and you like upscaled the saturation and light,
there was somebody there?
You could see a white silhouette, like a lady in a dress.
Oh, damn. That probably was not me.
If I can find it, I'll show it. But, dude, it was fucking scary.
No, but what's it called? One of my old neighbors, her name is Lisette. And...
shout out to Lisette if you're listening. What's up?
I doubt she's listening. Well, it's because I only have her on Facebook.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, I might share the podcast on my personal Facebook. But anyways, supposedly she had seen La Llorona, like, I'm pretty sure it was her. And then, like, she was in her house. And then, like, the door is kind of, like, made out of, like, glass in a way. Mm-hmm. So she said that she heard, like, crying and, like, wailing. And then, like, she was, like, by herself with, like, babysitting. I don't know how old she was. But then she, like, looks, like, she moves from the living room and she just looks. Because it was kind of, like, a small hallway before reaching the door. And, like, it was, like, a glass door. And then you just see, like, a fucking silhouette there. Like, a black silhouette. And then, like, she had taken a picture. But, like, the thing is that, like, it wasn't just a silhouette, like, of a person. Like, she was wearing a fucking dress. You can just tell, like, the silhouette of, like, a dress and everything.
Having, like, a veil and shit and everything.
Yeah. So, I don't know if it's real. I don't know if it's not. I remember seeing the picture. And I thought it was weird. But, I mean, I take everything with a grain of salt.
I know. But it's so nice to, like, hear those kind of stories. Like, even if you take it with a grain of salt, it's still nice to feel spooked. I guess hearing these stories because like, you know, it's someone else's account, and it's interesting to hear like their side.
Yeah.
I fucking love this. When the first time I ever went to Mexico, I told Daisy, I was like, you know what, I want to go hunting for La Llorona. And then
fuck no.
I was like, I want to go look for her.
I feel like the only part that scares me though is because it's like at a country that like I'm not really as comfortable in because I've only been to Mexico once. I was like 12. So I wouldn't really feel comfortable doing that, like, in a place I'm not well familiar with. Yeah. Like, if we go ghost hunting, like, right now, like, I'm, like, okay, because I'm used to being here, but, like, not Mexico.
No, I get it.
Or else I'd be down. Supposedly La Llorona is right there in the Aguamanza Cemetery.
Bullshit.
I'm not fucking playing with you. Like, I can, like, literally, like, it was on the, what's it called? No, what was the show with BuzzFeed Unsolved? Literally, when they did the thing with La Llorona with Crowley. Yeah. Like, they literally went to this freaking cemetery over there.
You know, it's weird, because they went to Mexico for the Island of Dolls.
Oh, I freaking love that episode.
Call dibs.
Fuck you.
Hey, look, it's written in my notes.
Whatever. No, it probably is. You're picking the popular ones, and I have to pick, like, ones that aren't as popular.
You know what? I'll give you a what's it called, a handicap, because I had
a handicap
because I can either do that or the Suicide Forest of Japan.
Fuck you, I wanted that one.
Pick.
No.
Okay, fine. I'll you know what, I'll do. Are
you gonna mention Logan Paul if you do the Suicide Forest?
I might have to do that in there.
Did you see the video?
Yeah.
Oh, I saw it too. Like, obviously, it was taken off of YouTube, but one of my friends at the time, he sent me the link to, like, a sketchy website, and then he's all like, they'll have the full video here. And I saw it, and I was just like, holy shit.
Tell you what, I'll take out those, and I'll do Chuck E. Cheese. Haunting stories of Chuck E. Cheese. Or maybe a true crime one for Chuck E. Cheese.
I mean, you can do those if you want. It's fine.
I mean, it's not fair that I keep taking...
It's okay.
It's gotta be limits here. Gotta draw a line.
I want to do the... No, you can do that. Well, tell me when you... never mind. No, but you... No, yeah, you can do those or whatever. I just call the dibs on the Highway of Tears.
The fuck is that?
Oh, it's like... Okay, so basically... like, the Highway of Tears is like this big-ass hallway, like highway in a way. So many deaths and so many women have gone missing on that road. Because, like, back in the day, like, they didn't have, like, cars or whatever, so they would, like, hitchhike and shit like that. And then, like, they were able to find a body, like, right after she had died, and she was, like, still warm to, like, the touch or whatever. Like, it's really bad. Like, the Highway of Tears is pretty heavy.
Okay.
So yeah, I wouldn't mind doing that story. You can keep both of them, I guess.
I'll do one. Just to balance these things out.
Okay.
Give me, like, a dirty look. You're already plotting my murder. Just so you can cover it.
You probably might not see Coraline tonight. Right after Subway. Buy me Subway and I won't kill you.
I'll do you a favor. I'll kill you after Subway.
Yeah.
I only kill best after lunch.
No, well, like, did I send you the TikTok of that killer from Black Phone? And how he was trying to lure this girl in with the churro?
Yeah.
And I was like, that's like me right there. Like, let me eat first and then you can kill me.
It's time to get back.
My bad. I'm so sorry. We literally got way off topic.
We got way off topic. Instead of talking about future topics too. That's terrible.
I apologize.
I apologize in advance. The legend of La Llorona is told throughout Mexico, Central America, and northern South America. Her story has also been mistaken for La Milinche. Milinche? Fuck, I have no idea. A woman who served as Hernan Cortez's interpreter, as well as having his son.
I know her.
She's considered both the mother of the modern Mexican people and a symbol of national treachery for her role in aiding the Spanish.
What the? It's not like she really had a choice.
That's what makes it worse. History does not look...
People always like to blame women.
Yep. So through stories of weeping women, though the stories of weeping women have been told all over the world from many different parts, like we were just talking about, I think we were talking about it before we even started episode 2, that like tales of white dressed women just fucking all over.
Yeah, the women in white, yeah.
So it even takes place for German folklore, and I'm going to mess this up. The name is Die Weist Frei, dating all the way back to 1486.
Oh.
Yeah. Even La Llorona's resemblance goes to ancient Greek.
Oh.
To tales of a demigoddess Lamia.
Ooh.
In which Hera, the goddess of marriage, and the wife of Zeus learned of Zeus's affair with Lamia and killed all the children Lamia had with Zeus. Out of rage and jealousy over the loss of her children, Lamia kills other women's children.
What? Makes sense.
Does it?
Yeah.
But to be fair, Zeus is not a great guy. He's just a player.
He fucking sucks.
He fucks anything with the pulse.
And Poseidon.
Yeah.
Him and Poseidon.
Yeah. I still fuck with the Percy Jackson books though.
I have not read them.
Really?
Nope.
Okay.
I saw the movies when I was like younger, but ask me anything about Percy Jackson, I don't remember anything. I want to read the books though.
They're great. I like them. You know what? To be fair, I haven't read them since I was a kid, so maybe they don't age very well. But I remember them. I remember them fondly, at least.
Yeah. Yeah.
They're probably way different now than if I ever tried to fucking.
So if you get anything from this, fuck Zeus, fuck Poseidon.
Although I do like.
We love Medusa.
Them.
And we love La Llorona.
I was gonna say something so terrible.
What are you gonna say?
I was gonna say that Medusa is...
What the Stop it! No!
I'll edit it out. Don't you...
I don't like you anymore.
You gonna kill me after Subway, huh?
Yes.
Oh, man.
Before Subway. You don't even get the pleasure of eating.
That was too off time. Jesus. Okay, that was great.
Lower your headphones. People listening in headphones, lower it. I had to lower it.
Oh, it's because when listening to other podcasts, they don't raise their their volumes. Like with this, I could raise how high our volume is, or I can even make it just quiet. I can make it dead ass just quiet.
That's cool.
But with other podcasters, like I'll have to put my volume up on my headphones almost to max. 1 or 2 volume notches close to max, and I hate it.
Especially when they have like deep voices or they talk very low.
Yeah, but it like even with and that's why we drink. Sometimes I'll have to turn it up all the way, and it annoys the shit out of me. So with ours, I was like, I could fix it here. I can make that different.
Yeah.
And when I was listening to ours, I had my headphones, I think, to like halfway.
That's why we're amazing.
And it was...
That's why this show is great.
Yeah, that's why we're the fucking best, yeah. Because we can be on course to a story and never break from it, yeah.
Yeah, my bad.
No, I meant like... talk shit.
Yeah.
Alright. So, the Florentine Codex is an important text originating in late Mexico in 1519, which it says, quote, "The sixth omen was that many times a woman would be heard going along weeping and shouting. She cried out loudly at night, saying, 'Oh, my children, we are about to go forever.' Sometimes she said, 'Oh, my children, where am I going to take you?'" Unquote.
Ooh.
Though La Llorona predates to be pre-Hispanic, the earliest reference to her is a 19th century sonnet by a Mexican poet, Manuel Corpio. Manuel identifies La Llorona as a ghost of a woman named Rosalina, who was murdered by her husband. In Mexican tellings, La Llorona wanders the dark near bodies of water, hoping to find her kids in the same body of water in which she drowned her kids.
Let's go camping and go to a river. And then just scream, "Mis hijos."
Down.
Bet.
Just scare the shit out of, like, a lot of people.
Yeah.
Yeah. Some people believe it is important to keep her story alive, as La Llorona can represent circumstances such as grief, death, betrayal. A research paper by Camila Maria Acosta from Western Kentucky University said that, quote, "Latinas feared becoming a terrible mother, just as La Llorona," unquote. And that, quote, "Some Latinos feared that La Llorona..." For
real? Because I highly doubt that. I'm sorry. Like, wow. The stereotypes that we have of, like, Mexican moms, no. I feel like maybe that's why... I feel like they're terrible because they try not to be terrible.
Exactly. I think that was the point that she was trying to make.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
But, I mean, if you go deep in that heartland, like...
Yeah.
It's some of it is... Yeah. It's pretty bad. Fuck, I think it was in the middle. Quote, "Some Latinos feared that La Llorona was a reflection of their innermost demon."
Ooh.
Unquote. And that's pretty much as much as I could find. I forgot to add story counts. But I also did try to look for a way to ward off La Llorona.
When in doubt, stage it out.
But the only thing... I came up pretty much empty-handed. Except for, like, a few, like, little lingering articles that just said...
Don't have kids.
Don't have kids. Don't let them ever go outside. Fucking keep them inside. That most people would just hang crosses on their door just to ward off, not just La Llorona, but like any dangerous or malevolent spirits that roam in the dark.
Well, she's a ghost, right?
A spirit, a ghost.
Spirit in a way.
You can take it mostly as a spirit.
Well, if you're a witch, if you just put a little bit of like cinnamon in front of your door or like salt, that helps too.
I'm gonna tell you right now, Mexicans aren't gonna waste cinnamon. And we're not going to waste any cinnamon.
Well, if it's to protect them from demons and ghosts, I'm pretty sure they would. Yeah, that's the whole point. Like, they just sprinkle it, like, in the beginning of October. They just sprinkle it, I guess.
I used to hate just, like, cinnamon tea.
I fucking love cinnamon.
I used to. When I got COVID, like, my mom just throws, like, sticks, just boils it. And then, since I couldn't taste, she would just put, like, honey and just a little bit of lemon. Even though I couldn't taste, it just felt great. Because I was like, damn, this is great. And then as I got my taste back...
You're just like, this is disgusting.
No, it was delicious.
Oh.
I really fucked with this. So, like, every winter out, so like, let's make some canela. I'm like, I was really fucking with it. And I still fuck with it. That's cool. Dude, just
I love cinnamon.
It's so fucking good.
Dude, oh my gosh. Speaking of cinnamon, I had a friend and she was Indian. And her mother had a business in India, and she had like a special special cinnamon. Like they owned like a cinnamon farm in a way.
Yeah.
And she said that when she was gonna, when her mom comes, she's gonna gift me a piece of, like, authentic cinnamon from India, like raw cinnamon.
Ooh.
And everything. But I ended up not getting it at all because she was, like, really, like, sick. Like, she had a whole bunch of, like, kidney issues. So she was always missing school because she would always have to drive all the way to LA to, like, go on, like, dialysis and stuff like that.
Shit.
So it was bad, but I never really got a chance to see her after that because I had dropped out of school. And I never got her contact info, so I feel very...
You think maybe she'll ever find her way over here to the podcast?
I don't know. I doubt it. I hope she's doing fine now. I hope she's okay. I hope she got transplant surgery. That'd be dope.
That'd be great.
But thank you. I forgot her name too, but I don't know. I think about her a lot. Like, every time I see Cinnamon, I always think about her, and I hope she's okay.
That's nice.
Yeah.
You know, the one thing I did hate about that whole COVID experience is that I could not taste. If there's one thing... You know how people always say, like, I wouldn't wish this upon my worst enemy? The only thing I could ever say that is not being able to taste. I fucking love that. Like, I love...
Can you taste now?
Oh, yeah. Just fine.
Because when I have COVID, I don't really have a good sense of smell or taste. My taste and smell never really came back. And I thought I was crazy, but my mom's all like, yeah, no, me neither.
No, mine came completely, like, back.
No, mine said that. So I'm just suffering.
In silence.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I know my story was a little short. That's kind of my fault. I should have done more.
Yeah.
In terms of... Well, we did kind of talk about a little bit about... for not first-hand accounts, but... Like, I guess... stories of people encountering a little bit. If I ever find that TikTok, I'm gonna have to send it to you because it is creepy.
There's also one footage that I saw that people believe is La Sayona. And it's, like, footage of, like, this woman on top of a tree. And she's, like, wearing, like, I'm assuming, like, lace in a way. Because, like, you can see her, but you can see the lace around her. She's literally at the top of a tree. And she's just, like, flailing, like, her arms like that. And then I think she's screaming or she's crying. Something like that. But you can obviously tell it's, like, staged and stuff like that.
They need to remake that Llorona movie. I just heard... Though I never watched it, I heard it was just terrible.
Yeah, it wasn't really good.
It needs to be done right.
Yeah, and then I think it's funny too because the way that they stopped her is that they got the fucking pool and they put salt in it, and then they, like, threw her in the pool, and then, like, because it's, like, holy water. And I'm just like, what the hell is up with this? I'm pretty sure it's the same thing. I don't remember it because I just saw it one time, and I was, like, in the very front row, so I'm, like, looking up to see the movie. It was horrible.
Have you seen The Nun 2 yet?
The second one?
Yeah.
No, I've seen the first one though.
Dude, the second one is actually pretty good. I liked it.
Really?
When it starts off fucking, like, mean as shit. Like, from the get-go, like, they don't show, like, the physical nun that very often, but they show...
Have you seen the actress of her?
No.
She's really pretty.
Oh, shit. Bad.
Well, I mean, I don't think you'd find her pretty. I don't think she's, like, your cup of tea, but she's, like, my cup of tea.
I'll just make her dress as a nun. We'll be fine.
Well, no, there's this one person on TikTok that moved to, like, a new place, and they were talking about, like, how they've been experiencing haunted stuff. And then she has a painting of somebody that painted, like, the nun. And then people are like, yeah, that's why. And I'm like, no, it's just a piece of art. Like, come on, somebody painted that. But if I had a picture of the nun, I would have gotten, like, the fake hands and put it, like, because you know how, like, in that scene? Yeah. That would be so dope.
Daisy did that.
Really?
Like, she, not the hands one, but she had, like, a long canvas that one of my mom's coworkers, I think, asked for. And every time Daisy had it out in the living room, like, it just felt weird being in the living room. Dude,
okay, so you know how Sadako crawls out of, like, the TV, right? I found this piece of artwork. Dude, mind you, this artist literally charges, like, $3,000 for her art.
God!
Hold up.
No.
I want to buy her art so bad. Like, if I get money, I'm going to save up so that I can buy that painting. Because she drew Sadako, she painted Sadako from The Ring. Her hands coming out of the fucking painting, dude. It's so creepy, but, because, you know, I love stuff like that. It's just so amazing. And then, like, I really want that painting. Hey, I guess you can also count Sadako as the girl in white. I wondered if there was, like, an actual, like, spooky origin as to... Because originally it was a... Whoa, oh, my bad. Originally it was a book, right?
Yeah.
And then the book turned into movies, and then in Japan, and then the West was all like, whoa, let's do that. And then, that spread. But I wanted to see who had inspired, like, the books or whatever. But, like, no, it was nothing really spooky about it.
I mean, the story of A Lady in White had to come from one singular place, obviously.
I wonder. And usually, like, when it comes to, like, the Lady in White, a lot of people think of, like, wedding gowns. But I just think of, like, nightgowns, honestly.
I think people think of wedding dresses more because... Well, when the first, like, white wedding dress was made, it was to simplify... It was to... Not simplify... basically to show that the woman who was wearing it was pure. And a virgin. And I think over time, like, we associate the white dress as, like, holy, maybe, like,
Maybe that's, like, the deceiving part.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's crazy. So, yeah, that was episode 3.
Episode 3 of the Caffeinated Podcast.
Yeah. My story was horrible. But his hands are horrible, too. But y'all are good.
His story was horrible, but his hands are ugly.
Yeah, no, they're ugly. So moral of the story: don't bully people.
Don't bully. Don't murder. Don't hang out any bodies of water at night.
Yeah, I really want to do that though.
I just fucking told you not to.
But I really want to do it. I really just want to clown her ass, and I want to cry and be like, "Missy Hoss," just to see if she'll come up. Like, you're not La Llorona, I'm La Llorona.
I think what you should do, you should just do, like, you know how people in Dead by Daylight taunt, like, they'll, like, teabag and they'll go like that and shit, or they'll go like that. Just start doing that shit to La Llorona. Just keep doing that constantly. No,
I find it crazy though, like, when you play, like, Dead by Daylight, and when you click on Sadako, like, you freak out because she, like, pops up on the screen.
Really?
And like, when you click on her, like, if you buy her as a character, she literally pops up on the fucking screen. And then, like, you can even see a compilation of when she first came out, like, as a character, and people were playing her. When that happened, they all, like, started screaming. Like, even I freaked out, too, because I was like, what the fuck? Because you're, like, right here, and, like, the screen gets staticky when you're playing. Or, like, when you're waiting, I guess, in a way. And then, like, her face just, like, gets closer. It's crazy. It's cool. I love it.
I mean, to be fair, I have not bought anything for Dead by Daylight. I haven't bought nothing from it.
Did I? Did I? I did, I admit. But I still suck at it. You never want to play with me, so.
It's either... Our timing is off, or I'm just playing Baldur's Gate.
Even before that!
But especially right now, you have no idea.
Whatever.
It's so good.
Whatever.
You gotta... I'm gonna just buy you a PS5 just so you can play it.
Bet. If anybody wants to play Dead by Daylight with me, hit me up. Please, because clearly Michael doesn't want to play with me.
Patreon exclusive.
He's too busy simping for sexy vampires. I mean, same, but like...
No, but I mean, like, the one that looks like a devil, she's so...
I want to see it. You gotta show me her right now.
She's basically...
Wait, show me her right now so that I can...
Okay, picture, like, somebody who can fight like a... She's a heavy hitter, right?
I'm so down bad for, like...
But her emotions and, like, attitude are basically golden retriever.
I love that.
Like, it's so fucking great. And, like, if you don't move around for, like, a little bit, she does this weird little thing where she just dances.
Oh, I've seen her!
Yeah.
Oh, she's gorgeous. I love her.
She's amazing. I am simping so fucking hard for her.
Oh my god, she's so dope. Does she have a tail?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, this one. Her face.
Which one? Yeah.
Oh. I just want her to step on me, you know?
But she's so sweet. Like, she's so sweet.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, dude, she's gorgeous. I want to see who her actor is.
I think the voice cast of that game had a Dungeons and Dragons game for, I think, some YouTuber. Like, the main cast just played Dungeons and Dragons, and it was really, really cool.
I bet. That's cool. So yeah, Michael and I are done bad for...
Basically anything and everything.
Yeah.
Within reason.
Agreed. I love women. I love women. Men are cool too, but like women.
Women. Want to tell you, women.
Women, Steve.
Women, Steve.
Yeah. Yeah. So
that's gonna be it for this week's episode of Caffeinated Podcast. If
whoop,
you guys did enjoy, leave a rating for Spotify. I usually have polls on Spotify.
Saw that. Yeah. I was just like, that is so cool.
Yeah. I enjoyed doing that. It was really, really
promise
fun.
Michael's not doing everything. I'm the one that created our socials and stuff like that.
You did a lot of work.
Yeah, I created our emails and everything. So
for now, it's the decent 50-50.
Yeah, we're trying to figure out the whole YouTube thing. So I apologize. We'll figure it out soon.
All right, and that should be the wrap for this episode. We don't have anything else to add, huh? Like
Nope. Nothing witty.
No.
Witty.
Thank you guys so much for stopping by. Hopefully you guys had a cup of tea or a cup of coffee and maybe even an energy drink.
Caffeine.
Caffeine.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, my mom just texted me again. Oh boy.
Alright, then I'll just end this up.
Oh, she sent me a picture.
Oh.
She made pozole. Oh wait, no. She did not make pozole. I remember.
In this temperature?
Her coworker made. No, not her Why am I talking like that? Somebody on a parent on my sister's softball team made pozole.
That does sound good.
Yeah.
Even though it's so hot, I'll also eat that shit.
And then I think that's like a fried salsa that my aunt makes, and it's really good and really spicy. And it has like fried onions in it. It's really good.
You know, it's one thing that Nicole criticizes me for a lot for doing. So I can't do an outro.
I know, because we get
sidetracked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I apologize. This is our podcast. This is the way that we are.
This is the way.
Yeah.
All right.
We do what we want. We're punk rock.
Oh.
No.
Okay.
No, it's because like I'm a big Five Sauce fan. So like there was a funny video of like one of the characters was all like "fuck you," and then the other one's all like "I do what I want, I'm punk rock," and then like they're funny Australian accents, and then you just hear somebody, "No, you're not." So we do what we want. We're punk rock, and I want to get out of this hot room.
Okay, yeah.
If I can't stand this, I can't stand hell.
That's gonna be the end of it. So thank you guys, everybody.
Deuces.
Leave the poll. Should be down below.
Sayonara.
Subscribe. Check out the socials and.
Dude, shut up. Oh, we should our socials.
Fuck you. First of all, damn. I'm just gonna end this shit.
No.
Fuck you.
Okay. Well, our socials. I think you guys should know by now. It's Caffeinated Creeps Podcast on Instagram, and our email. For our email, it's caffeinatedcreepspodcast@gmail.com. Twitter is ccreepspod. And that's it. Deuces. Bye.
Bye.